Justin McCarthy from Aurra Agency, and I help info product entrepreneurs scale their business through automated back-end systems.
You're watching Success, Motivation, and Inspiration, where we share interviews with incredible leaders who are crushing it in life and business.
Hey, welcome back to Success, Motivation, and Inspiration. Today we've got Justin McCarthy from Aurra Agency. Man, I'm really excited to connect with you again. We've been hanging out on social media here for a while, and excited to ask you some questions, Justin.
Yes, very excited. Thank you very much for having me, Curtis. I appreciate this.
Absolutely. Can you tell us exactly what Aurra Agency does?
For sure. So, Aurra Agency is a digital marketing agency that is helping info product entrepreneurs, which means people who are selling personal mentorships, courses online for their personal brand. We are helping them sell their courses, promote that through strategic sales funnel developments. So, what that means is it's a process of a few sales funnel aspects that are set up on the back end, which help drive traffic all into their landing pages, VSLs, whatever they want to capture their viewers on. So this could mean that we have cold viewers coming in, which all get funneled through all the different aspects that are set up. And then they're turned into hot buyers, hot leads who are willing to buy their product, who feel more comfortable now and potentially can move forward with either a low ticket offer or the high ticket offer that these online entrepreneurs are promoting for their personal brand.
Now, do you do coaching or consulting as well, as far as maybe somebody that's just getting their product started, an info product, and having a hard time with the closing?
So as far as the coaching aspect, I do consider myself a growth operator. So what that means is I come into the systems, I work with these entrepreneurs one-on-one, and I basically give them these audits on their current systems and point out where they're going wrong, where they're lacking sales, where people are falling through the gaps and they're missing out on closed leads. So basically I do come in and act as that one-on-one growth operator who's operating that entire funnel system, right? And I help them basically optimize it, add a few things in, whether we need to take a few things out that are hurting the lead generation. So that's definitely where I come in as that personal growth architect, I like to call it.
Perfect. And then do you have a specific type of client that you work with, or maybe can you explain your perfect down to age, occupation, marital status, the way they vote, their religious background, whatever? Give me your perfect client, number of dogs that they've got, number of fish, whatever.
Of course. That's a good question. So my perfect client to me that fits my services best would be an online entrepreneur who specifically has a course or a mentorship or an online product that they want to get out to a specific type of audience. So this definitely has to be someone that is established, who already has their product built out and they know what exactly they're selling, right? And they have to also look established as far as their personal brand. They need good content posted. They need to have an established Instagram, social media, whatever it is, TikTok, YouTube. So these people definitely have to be established and know what they want to sell, and they have to know what audience they want to reach. So I can't help these entrepreneurs if they don't know exactly who they want to sell to, right? So what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll ask them, I'll say, what are some things that your audience that you see that they want from you on a daily basis? That could be just through Instagram direct messaging, just some of their audience asking specific questions. And this gives them a bit of an idea to find out what exactly their audience wants from them, right? So basically, I'll build those systems around what they're asking for, which creates a much more traffic driven automated backend system.
Perfect. What's your favorite client success story so far?
Okay, so my favorite client success story so far is actually Parker Doyle. You could look him up on Instagram. That is at Doyle Media. And what we did for him is build out his personal brand. So what Parker Doyle does is he runs one of the biggest MLB baseball promotion pages. And what he's doing is he's currently cashing in thousands every month just from running this theme page. And what Parker is doing is he's helping other people do that same thing and start their own theme pages, whether it could be for baseball, hockey, anything that you love. It could be even for giraffes, if you like giraffes. So what he's doing is he's helping these people start these theme pages, right? And where I came in as that growth operator, I helped develop his landing page, the VSL, the automated back end email sequences, the DM AI automation, which could be ran through software such as ManyChat. Also, on the inside of the landing pages, we created free lead magnets such as free trainings, right? So when they want these free trainings, they obviously have to opt into the email page, fill out their data. That data is then getting stored inside of a software, which most is commonly used is Go High Level.
Yep.
I recommend using that because I think it's the easiest software. But moral of the story is that when these people are opting into these free trainings that we set up, the free lead magnets, obviously because everybody likes free stuff, who doesn't like free education? They opt in, the contact's getting stored. Now they're getting that free training, free value to their email, which at the bottom of the free training, after they read a free guide, it then promotes them to join the low ticket community, right? Which inside the free training, it says, yes, free education is phenomenal, but it can only go so far, right? You should take it to the next step as far as joining our theme page mastery community, which is what Parker Doyle has, right? That we also set up for him was community development, whether it's through school, it's through Discord. So we're basically helping these people structure their personal brands, right? So I've noticed there's people out there who have a phenomenal Instagram, they have great content, right? But they don't have that set link in bio that leads to their beautiful landing page. When you open up a page, the VSL appears, right? Some people just don't have that personal branding and that offer structured
Yeah.
out yet because they don't know how to do it, right? It's something that is very hard and it takes a lot of back end systems to build around that. And what most of these people will do, these online entrepreneurs, yes, they could get a landing page made, but it can only go so far because these people aren't driving traffic into the landing page. Yes, it's good to have a landing page. It's good to look established. It makes you look very trustworthy, like you have an offer, you know what you're doing, you're that go-to source in that specific niche. But if you're not driving traffic into these landing pages, into these VSLs, into the email opt-in list, you're not building your off, creating that email list, right? So you're allowed to start a newsletter in the future regarding your information, right? So if you don't have that traffic that's driving into it, you're not fully scaling your offer.
I pulled up as you were chatting, talking about Parker Doyle and Doyle Media. Did you create the link.me landing page for him, or is that something you teach them how to do?
That's called the link me, you said, the link.me link
Yeah.
in Doyle Media, right? Because he has two separate
Yeah,
accounts.
his link and bio site on Doyle Media.
Okay. So that is something that they set up on their own. Entrepreneurs usually have that to put multiple links inside of it. So, but if you look at his personal page, which is at Parker Doyle 25, you'll notice in his link in bio, it says buildwithparker.com. So that is the landing page that we built for Parker. So if you pull that up, it leads into his beautiful VSL, educating the cold audience on what a theme page even is and how these people can make money from having a simple Instagram page that's just promoting something that you love, right? So it's a
Nice.
pretty insane concept, but I'm helping him basically push his services out to his audience and get behind the right audience, obviously, and just scale his personal mentorship offers.
One thing I'm noticing on here too, we check this all out because you get folks all the time on, especially on a show where we're doing the personal branding stuff, that are trying to sign people up. And I go, hey, tell me what your favorite client success story. Well, this one, they got some random made up story. Oh, cool. Give me their name. Give me their website. It's client confidentiality. I'm like, if the client has hired you to build a personal brand and drive traffic to them, there is no chance that client is not going to want to share their name. So I love that you just shared that. And I've been checking this out as you're talking here. The buildwithparker.com, phenomenal looking site, great calls to action. You have client success stories over and over. That CTA, the apply for one-on-one coaching, is all throughout there. He's got different little buttons and stuff that are keep leading me back to as I'm looking at this site. I'm actually going to go in and check out more on Parker once we get done with the interview here. But both the the link in bio type site and the site you guys built for him is phenomenal. So if you guys are watching this right now on Amazon Fire TV, you are an info product entrepreneur, or you host, whether it's coaching, consulting, whatever your thing is, get a hold of Justin McCarthy here with Aurra Agency. I am checking out right now. It looks like you are actually doing a great job at what you say you can do.
Thank you for that. I would love for you to check out one more landing page, which will basically explain that email opt-in free training aspect. So if you want to look that up right now, it is bnbchasers.com. So when you pull that up, a nice website should come up with a VSL, right? And notice how it says free training below, right? So obviously everybody likes free stuff. This is basically teaching these people how to, a quick guide of launching an Airbnb. So notice when you try to play the video, look what happens.
Yep.
See, now these people are forced to fill in their details. Once they fill that out, the content gets stored inside of Go High Level, which then these people are now opted into a specific type of email sequence, whether it's a workflow promoting his story, his journey, or whether it's a sequence workflow that is just telling people, hey, I noticed you got the free training. How did you like it? And basically sending these people down into, not down, but up into the low ticket offer.
Perfect.
Yes. So it's a bit of a process of all of these back-end systems that have to get built out. But once you have all of this built, and then you also pair it, this is crucial, when you also pair it with organic content on Instagram, then everything starts to come together, because that's where you're taking those cold viewers that come in and they suddenly get put into the funnel, start to get nurtured, start to get educated, which then turns them into a warm lead, which is potentially going to buy from the client, right? So yeah, like I said, it's definitely a bunch of interesting things that go into it. And also what these people are doing when they post the organic content, they take the best performing organic content and they boost it on top of that, which it's through Instagram boosting. It could be through meta ads, but you're taking that best organic performance and then boosting it on top of that, which is a phenomenal system. And you're getting behind the right buyers, not buyers, but you're getting behind the right viewers who you ideally want to see what they have to offer.
That repurposing content is another huge thing that we do with Newswire Magazine and with the Amazon Fire TV show, where when somebody's featured and they really share a good, just a good audio clip or a good short piece of knowledge there, that's something we'll post on social media. Just our Success, Motivation, Inspiration Facebook site got over 430,000, I think 435,000 active members in that group. And so to be able to share those little bite-sized clips is huge. If you're watching this now and you're creating content, or maybe you host a podcast, or you're doing something where you're creating media, if you are not repurposing that and distributing it out in multiple different platforms, you're wasting so much time trying to create individual content for each of those platforms. What is the biggest mistake that companies often make when it comes to lead generation?
Okay, that's a very good question. There's definitely quite few mistakes that people make. People will have their offer built out, they'll have the products ready to go, but they just don't know how to properly drive traffic into these products that they're selling. And the biggest misconception is posting on social media. These people have to be posting at specific times, specific days, on specific types of platforms in order to maximize these viewers that are coming in. So the biggest thing that I can stress to these entrepreneurs is that you could have this entire funnel built out and the back-end systems ready to go, but if you're not pairing that with your organic content, then it is pointless, because the organic content, the social media eyes, is what is bringing in all of these cold viewers, right? And that allows them, like I said before, to be thrown into the funnel, get nurtured, get educated, which turns them into potential hot lead buyers. So I think that's definitely the biggest misconception. And a lot of entrepreneurs thinking that they don't need a funnel development behind a landing page. They just think if they take that landing page and throw it in their bio, yes, you should put it in your bio, of course, because you want every viewer that comes to your Instagram to see that link in bio. But these people think that they don't need to set up any back-end systems behind the landing page, being that, they already have the page made and they just threw it in their bio. So that's definitely something that these entrepreneurs, specifically online entrepreneurs who sell these online products, they need to learn how, and they need to know the benefits of driving traffic into these landing pages.
I like that you mentioned that because there's so many different people that get on and they're an expert in maybe the social media marketing, or they build a great CRM, customer relationship manager, where the thing is tracking whether or not an email has been opened, and it's got an automated sequence based on the first time you visited the site, and then 2 or 3 days later it's doing the first drip email, and then it can tell whether or not you opened that email. If the client didn't open the email, it sends them a different section, or a different form or different piece of information there.
Exactly.
But without having all of that tied together, you none of it really works if everything's not working together. So is that something that you do with Aurra Agency as far as you build out the entire thing? Do you let clients kind of build their own thing and piece yours together if they need to? Or
Okay, so that's a very good question. So most of the time, these clients don't have anything built out in the back end system. So those are normally people that I do approach, people who have not built anything whatsoever for their personal brand, for the face of their brand. So that is indeed something I also do in the back end, which is email automated workflows, which means that for the audience of people who don't understand what that means is when people get opted into a specific type of sequence, you could set up a specific type of triggering workflow, which means that certain emails at certain times are getting triggered for when someone signs up to something. For instance, like you just said, when someone doesn't follow up or they don't continue with a product, they then can get funneled into a different sequence, such as the follow-up sequence saying something like, hey, I saw you were looking at the product, but you didn't buy. Is there a specific reason? Right? So that is indeed something that is crucial in a sales funnel development. And like you were kind of starting to get into, when all of this is paired together, it kind of runs like one Ferris wheel. Everything keeps turning, coming back around, and these people are hopping on, getting on the Ferris wheel, and everything works together.
This interview is sponsored by Newswire magazine. We celebrate the entrepreneurs and thought leaders shaping the future, those who don't just adapt, but innovate, who inspire others to think bigger, lead boldly, and create lasting change. Only a select few are featured in Newswire magazine, and for those who earn a place on the cover, the opportunities are unmatched. Your story shared with a global audience, your achievements celebrated on national billboards, reaching millions. Every leader has a story. Every vision deserves a platform. Who will rise to the top? Stay tuned. You're witnessing greatness unfold.
hey, welcome back. You're watching Justin McCarthy from Aurra Agency. How do you measure marketing success for your clients?
Good question. So we can track all of these conversion rates on the back end through these softwares such as Go High Level, such as Hyros. So we definitely have a bunch of software that they are able to see on their end as well, which allows them to feel comfortable and know that these systems are indeed converting and getting sales for them, right? So another good aspect that I offer is for these funnel build outs, there is indeed an initial upfront payment because these systems, they do take time to build. But something that I'll offer if they want to lower that upfront cost is a revenue share partnership. So I will take a piece of the revenue that comes in only specifically through the systems that I built out, which obviously makes the most sense. I'm not taking revenue share of the entire business of other aspects that I'm not responsible for. So that definitely motivates me to really basically strive with the conversions because obviously the better the business is doing, I'm going to do better as well. So there definitely is, to answer your question and focus more on that, there definitely is software that tracks all these conversions, and all of these clients, they get to feel comfortable and know that they are getting their investment worth because of the sales that are coming in.
Perfect. Then what is the first thing that you do when assessing a client's existing marketing strategy?
Okay, good question. So when I give these audits out, I look at what they're missing and what they already have. So I've, of course, had clients that have had landing pages before, but they didn't have back-end systems set up to drive traffic in. I've had people that have had DM AI automation set up, and these people are DMing them, direct messaging them on Instagram a specific word, which triggers an automated message, but then that automated message is not leading into a landing page, right? If they are interested, they should be funneled into a landing page. So what I'll do when I look at these entrepreneurs is I'll look at their website or what they have in their link in bio. I'll see if they have any sort of back-end automated sequences set up. I'll try to opt into something. And if there's no clear path for me to opt into a specific product or education, as far as just me wanting to learn more about them, then that is when I approach them. And most people have these systems set. The people who have the system set up focus a lot on the product, which people get misconcepted that you also have to promote your personal brand face. You have to put your face to it. People want to know who they're buying from. People want to know about your journey, right? Why should they trust you? Why should they trust your product? You could have the best product in the world, but if people don't like you and if you come off in a negative way, they're never going to buy from you. So, and vice versa. If you're a good person, right, you're great, but your product's kind of lacking, then they're not really going to want to buy from you. So these two things have to go hand in hand. You have to really promote your brand and your face to the brand, because obviously what comes behind the face is the business, right? People want to know who Curtis is, what he does, right? They're interested in you as a person, right? But okay, but what does Curtis run? What's his business? What does he do daily, right? So initially, I do talk about building your personal face and your personal brand first, right? Telling people who you are, what you do, why they should trust you, just like I said before, which follows up with your products, right? Because they like you, right? Now they're going to buy from you.
Now, if you follow guys like Alex Hormozy, Alex provides massive value over and over and over again for free. His entire goal is to get people making enough money by following his free tips that they can work with him in the future. What is your thought on providing free value without asking for anything in return yet?
So that is crucial. That is something that people overlook, and I don't know why, but what I do for free value, which this goes back to me making these free lead magnets for these clients, right? And we're taking these free lead magnets, these free trainings, the free ebooks, and we're putting it inside of these landing pages, right? So free training is definitely everything. Okay, one simple tip for businesses struggling to get new leads is to really take a look at your system and ask yourself, ask your business, what is it doing in order to pull in new leads? And do you have any systems set up? Right. So most of these people, these entrepreneurs, they don't realize how they're getting their traffic, right? They need to understand, what are people asking from them? Take a look at your business's direct messages, right? What are people curious about? So start to build lead generation systems around what this audience wants.
What's unique about your approach compared to other agencies?
Okay, so good question. What's unique about our approach is that we kind of offer more of a one-on-one aspect, right? So the people that go in and audit your business and fix the systems, it is just me, myself, and I. So I am that growth architect that goes in, whereas instead of hiring marketing agencies where you're working with a bunch of different members of the team and you get thrown into some group Slack channel or Discord. Instead, you get to work with someone one on one who is a growth architect who basically holds your hand every step of the way and really doesn't stop and works relentlessly until the system is consistently caching for you. So I feel like that's definitely something that puts me ahead, because my clients, they could call me, text me any time of the day whenever they need help with something. they need something fixed, I could revise it instantly, whether it's something new that they want to put in the landing page, whether it's something new that they want to put in the DM AI automation follow up, a new saying, a new line, new words to use. So that's definitely where I feel like I am, leading.
What inspired you to become a professional connector?
Okay, good question. So I think what inspired me to become a professional connector was that I noticed what these people are lacking in their businesses. And I feel like I'm a very, very creative person and I take initiative with things in all aspects of my life. And I feel like, I could grow my personal brand, but I want to use my personal brand to help other business owners because I feel like that's where I'm providing the most value. It makes me feel like I'm actually, doing something right for these business owners and I'm helping people cash in new leads, new sales, and all of that. So I feel like that's definitely the driving factor for me in business.
What's the most surprising lesson that you've learned since founding Aurra Agency?
Okay, so I would say the most surprising lesson that I have learned is personal development. Definitely becoming an entrepreneur. I'm sure fellow entrepreneurs understand how hard it is, those days where you have to dig yourself out of that hole, get back on track. So, and also speaking, this journey has allowed me to network with such amazing people who are also in business, very successful people. So, that has really been something that I'm grateful for along this journey and really just helping really cool entrepreneurs promote their cool products. So it's awesome.
I love that. If you're reading this article, especially in Newswire magazine, if you're watching on Amazon Fire TV, there'll be a call to action at the bottom that if we feature Justin in the magazine, you can scroll down and get in contact, book a discovery call. But if you're reading this article right now in Newswire magazine, scroll down, click the book a free call link on his website. You're basically running that like a free discovery call, right?
Yes, exactly. So I offer free audits of their marketing systems, basically telling them where they're going wrong, things that they're missing, things that they can improve on, and just some things that they can take out of their systems.
Powerful. What is one thing that every business should know about sales funnels?
Okay, one thing that every business should know about sales funnels, and I'm definitely going to touch base on this again because of how important it is. When they have these sales funnels built, the one thing that is so important to remember is to follow a correct and proper content schedule regarding when you have to post, what time of the day, when you should post specific content on what platform. So, this is definitely one of the most important things in this day and age. I'm sure we can all, relate that these business owners that we see online, their content is top of the line. It's edited, it has captions over it, it has moving animations, moving pictures behind the person talking. Everybody is on their A game with this content. So if you're not, in this content game yet, and if you don't have a proper team behind it, editing, consistently posting for you, following a schedule, then you are going to get left in the dust in this specific day and age.
It's always good to see entrepreneurs that are booked out, just crushing it. I know you're short on time, so this can be the last question of the day. What is your top recommendation for entrepreneurs launching a new campaign?
My top recommendation for entrepreneurs launching a new campaign is definitely make sure that these systems that are set up with, whatever systems you have in the back end, just make sure everything is perfected. Most people will launch these campaigns, launch an ad, they'll have a funnel go live, and there's simple things that are messed up, such as the copy, such as where the funnel's leading to. Maybe it's leading to the wrong page, or a lot of these people, they lead people into a page that's not even uploaded, right? It says 404 not found. So these people really overlook the whole publishing process. And I like to make sure that everything is spot on perfect. This way we don't have to go back in, pause certain campaigns, or stop having people funnel in because we have to fix stuff. So that's definitely something I would recommend for people launching new products, new campaigns, whatever it is. It could be a product, it could be, your high ticket mentorship. Make sure there's value in it. Make sure that, people are getting what they're buying, people are spending, they're investing, on something good, something that's valuable, something that they're going to get their money's worth.
That's powerful advice too. Now, is that something that you do as far as doing a site audit or a landing page audit to make sure before you're working with somebody that everything is tuned up and ready to go?
Yes, of course. So most people have a landing page already built. So what I'll do is I'll take a look at that landing page, notice that, most of the time people have way too much copy in a landing page. There's just way too much scrolling. People need to get right to the point on these landing pages. Tell people what you do, who you are, why they should buy from you, your journey, right? Try and relate to the audience and really make these people see the why, right? So yes, most people, have a page already. They have that website, but they don't recognize what exactly you need to put in that landing page or the website, right? Maybe there's too many pages on a website. Just like I said before, maybe the landing page is too long. It's supposed to be a simple one pager, a landing page.
On the landing page, do you focus on writing quality content or quality copy that is search engine optimized, meaning where search engines can find the landing page that your client hasn't sent them directly to?
Good question. So we don't necessarily focus on SEO optimization, right? We have networking people that can come in and really make sure that SEO is top notch. But as far as the copy on the landing pages, that is indeed something that I do. So what comes with sales funnel development, you also have to be a good copywriter because I am writing the copy for these automated email sequences. And then when we move down the line, once these people have built enough contacts that get stored in the CRM software, we then start a newsletter for them. So we'll take those thousands of contacts, run a specific newsletter on the client's journey, how they've come up, and really try to relate to the audience, which will kind of lead into the low ticket or the high ticket, but in a soft way. That's what a newsletter is supposed to do. It's supposed to make people relate to it, make them realize that they're actually getting valuable content, valuable education, something that's worth opening an email for. And then you could kind of really low key lead it into an upsell or low ticket, whatever it is. So yeah, that's definitely something that also comes with funnel development is a copywriter, someone that knows how to write really convincing, dopamine triggering copy.
Perfect. Justin, this has been a great interview. I really appreciate you being on. If you're watching this right now, pause the video, scroll down, get connected with Justin McCarthy, whether that's on your favorite social media platform or by checking out his website for Aurra Agency. Thanks again for being a guest, man.
Thank you very much, Curtis. I appreciate your time. This was very fun.
Thanks for watching Success, Motivation, and Inspiration. This episode was designed to help you level up. See you next time.